Hello, how's it going? Good to see you all again. We are back, Premier League Dad. My name's Kee. We are live for another game at the Club World Cup. We've just watched Bayern Munich dispatching Auckland City 10-0. 10-0. Can't believe it, 10-0. I mean, it's maybe not that surprising. They're basically part-timers, aren't they, I guess? But yeah, it was certainly an impressive performance from Bayern. And they've laid a marker down. They're serious about this tournament. They want to win it, and they want to win it in style. And tonight, we've got a completely different type of game, because it's one that's going to be a lot more evenly matched, I would imagine. PSG against Atletico Madrid. PSG, fresh off the back of the treble-winning season, a magnificent performance in the Champions League final, which was, arguably as one-sided as the game we've just watched with Bayern and Auckland, wasn't it? And Atletico Madrid, it's been a bit of an up and down season for them, but still a massive team, still a massive threat under Diego Simeone. I think still finding their feet in the wake of change. It feels like it's a bit of a transitional season for Atletico Madrid. I'm not sure if you'd agree. But yeah, a different type of season for Atletico Madrid coming up. With that said, a massive thank you, I want to say, before we get stuck into the stream and before we get stuck into all the news and the lineups and what we think and predictions and all of that thing, which we'll do. Of course we'll do. But before we get stuck into that, I want to say a big thank you, a massive thank you to our sponsors, Match Bingo. Match Bingo are sponsoring our Premier League Dad lives, and if you haven't checked out Match Bingo before, I think you really should do. There's not much more to say other than that. They're absolutely brilliant. They're a great new app. They fuse together in a genius way. It's very innovative. They fuse together all the fun things about betting on the football with all the fun and excitement you'd associate with a game of bingo. You buy a bingo card for a game like this one, for example. It might cost you a couple of quid, £2, £3, whatever it might be. You buy a bingo card, and with that, you get 15 random events that can take place during the game. And it'll say things like corner to PSG, right? Corner to PSG, throw into Atletico Madrid in the second half, right? And as those things happen, you will see them marked off on your bingo card in real time. It does it automatically. You get a prize for a line, prize for 2 lines, prizes for a full house, the same way that you do in bingo. You can make a small fortune on it. And as I say, if you set up an account, you deposit £5, you get £10 free. You can't say fairer than that. You can scan the QR code on screen at any point during our live, or you can click the link in my description, and that will take you to the Match Bingo site. And as I say, with that said, thank you very much for Match Bingo sponsoring us. Over 10,000 players in the UK and growing very quickly. And they've paid out over 200 grand in prize money. So yeah, go and check them out. At the very least, go and have a look and download the app and see what you think. And if you do deposit, then you will be supporting the channel as well. So a massive thank you to those that do. And equally, even if you can't, or you don't want to, or you're not able to, or whatever, that's also fine too. A massive thank you to watching and subscribing and all that good stuff as well. Right. And with that said, let's get stuck in, because we are a little under 25 minutes away from kickoff. About 25 minutes away from kickoff. Normal guy, how's it going, normal guy? Antwi Bolsiako, Bossiaco, PSG v Atletico Madrid. Good to see you, Antwi. Kieran, I'm watching you and Soccer Aid. Oh, I can't be doing with Soccer Aid, honestly. No chance. There's no way you're getting me watching Soccer Aid. Right, let's have a look and see. Where is this actually being played? I don't know where it's being played. I mean, Rob Green is the commentator, would you believe? This one is being played at the Rose Bowl. Wow, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. Goodness me, there you go, the Rose Bowl. 93,000 capacity at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. And this is the first kind of, I guess, the marquee match of the Club World Cup, isn't it? Atletico Madrid beat PSG the last time they played them, though. That's worth mentioning. PSG they've got the edge in the head-to-head. No Ousmane Dembele, no Bradley Barcola in the squad for PSG. Let's go through the lineups. Let's go through the lineups very, very quickly. So for PSG, it is Donnarumma in goal. Hakimi, Marquinhos, Pacho, Mendes. Then it's Neves, Vitinha and Ruiz in midfield. And Doué, Kvaratskhelia and Ramos. Goncalo Ramos up front. For Atletico Madrid, it is Oblak in goal. Galán, Longley, Lenormand and Llorente at the back. Lino, Barrios, De Paul and Simeone in midfield. And then it's Griezmann and Julian Alvarez up front. So, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're gonna get that up on screen, actually. We're gonna get that up on screen. Because why wouldn't we? Lineups. Right, there you go. Let's get that up on screen. So if people do want to watch or do want to see the lineups, we can get that up on screen at any point. So it's going to be a image, add source. It's going to be a new source. There you go. And we're going to browse it and we're going to add in that. Okay, right, there you go. There's the lineup. Oh, it's that one, isn't it? Right, there's the lineup. I can turn that off in a second, don't worry, we will get it turned off. Okay, I can see the questions coming in already on YouTube and TikTok, so we will go through them. Don't worry, I'm not going to miss you. We will go through them. Colour Splash, Holland v Denmark, under 21, score predictions, mate. Do you know what? I actually fancy Denmark in that one. I do fancy Denmark in that one. I think Conrad Harder's a really underrated striker. Obviously, Netherlands did really well the other night as well, but I fancy Denmark. Finland did a real number on Holland the other night, so I'm going to go Denmark. J Doyle, PSG v Atleti times kickoff. It's at 8 o'clock, mate. Yeah, 19 minutes to kick off. 8 o'clock. That's what we're looking forward to. Sully, Rooney's made it 1-0. Oh, mate, honestly, I have no interest at all in Soccer Aid. I'll be amazed if... yeah, I mean, again, maybe in time, who knows, I'll be able to... I need to get rid of that. I don't know why that's even in there. That's the one I need to hide. There you go. Yeah, Soccer Aid, I have no interest in. Absolutely no interest in. Okie dokie, right, 18 minutes to kick off. Colour Splash, Conrad Harder on the bench. Osula starting. Yeah, mate, Osula scored the other day, but he's not that good. He's not as good as Harder. Conrad Harder's unbelievable. Emiliano! How's it going, Emiliano? Good to see you, mate. Very good to see you. Victor Yokeres, hola. Gunners J123 to talk about footy. I can't, mate. Sorry, I can't. I can't get you on. I'd quite happily do so, but I can't. because I'm live on multiple places right now. I've got TikTok, I've got YouTube, I've got it's all simultaneously. And if I get you only on TikTok, then everyone else can't see you or hear you. That's going to be the challenge, so I can't get you on. Rosine, excited for the game, bro. I think it'll be 2-2 draw. Giuliano, MVP. Guten Abend, yes. Guten Abend. I'm good. Yes, I'm very good, thank you. Very, very good. Looking forward to this one. I think PSG will get the win, though. CB, come on, Argyle. Love the content. Cheers, man. Cheers, man. Yeah, listen, Plymouth, we did some great watch-alongs for Plymouth last season, didn't we? Some fantastic watch-alongs. Really enjoyed the game against Coventry at home. I thought you might stay up, you know. I really thought you might stay up. I was gutted. How are you, lad? I am very good, thank you, sir. How are you? How are you? Good to have you in the chat, mate. Hopefully you stick around for this one. Dazza, five-a-side Prem team. My five-a-side Prem team would be... Ooh, you want someone who's good in small spaces, don't you? So you want, like... I actually probably would have, like, a Wirtz. I probably would have Wirtz. And I would have... Cole Palmer. I would have Wirtz, Palmer... Very, very tough, that, actually. Wirtz, Palmer. Probably Salah, because he's strong, isn't he, if nothing else. Maybe even Luis Diaz. No, I'd have Salah, Wirtz, Palmer. Van Dijk. Declan Rice. CB, we will win the league. We'll win League One anyway. So it's the Cornish derbies back as well, isn't it? Plymouth against Exeter. So yeah, it'll all be good, mate. It'll all be good fun. Fires, how long do you stream each day? Depends what games are on, mate. Depends what games are on. I've done some days where I've done 10 to 12 hours of streaming where we've had 4 games back to back. Most days we tend to do 1 or 2 games. So maybe 4 or 5 hours. But yeah, regular daily stream. We watch at least 1 game every day on this channel. That's what we do. Rosine, I'm only excited for a few games in the Club World Cup and interested to watch a few as well. Maybe the next one would be Real Madrid, hate watch against Al Hilal, or Inter Miami Porto. It is the fire game, in my opinion. Lots of good games, mate. There are some really good games in this tournament. I guess... We've only had 2 games in it so far. One was 0-0 and one was 10-0. So you can't really make a judgment call on it just yet, can you? Emiliano, I hope some South American team will beat a European team to surprise the world. I'd like to. Yeah, I'd like so as well. I'd like a non-European to win it for sure. Emiliano, prediction for this one. I think 2-1 PSG. Yeah, 2-1 PSG. Paul Kenny, great video of Oldham's promotion final. Oh, please can you give me a shout out? Of course, yeah, big shout out to Paul Kenny. Good to have you in the channel, mate. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Really appreciate it. Kieran, do you do videos of the new fixtures? I need to start doing more videos. I think that's been the problem, to be honest. We've done more... I've done more watch-alongs than maybe I should have done. I maybe should have focused on videos. So for the next few months, weeks, in the build-up to the new season, I'm going to be doing more videos and recording rather than actual live. So I'm still going to be doing a live, at least 1 live every single day. We will still do, but I'm going to be prioritising videos as well. Emiliano, Bayern with the highest win ever in Club World Cup history. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, in previous Club World Cups, you've usually only had to play 2 or 3 games to win it. That's been one of the issues. Rosine, since our team's not playing Key, who do you want to see lifting the trophy? I would like Messi or Atleti to. Who would I like to see? I mean, honestly, I would quite like to see, like, Boca or River or... I don't know. I guess maybe even one of the like Porto or something like that. Just an absolute throwaway someone new. But if I'm honest, I imagine it'll be City. I fancy City to win it. Paul, how many shirts have you got in your collection? In my collection, I would say I've got about just over 100, I would imagine. I've got a lot. Yeah, I've got a lot. The missus is desperate for me to start giving them away. So I'll probably do giveaways at different points of the season coming up, just to try and get rid of a few. And I've said that I will change all 16. I'll have 16 entirely new shirts behind me for the start of the new season. Adumi, hi brother, what's the game for today? Good to see you, mate. The game, we've just done one. We've just done Bayern against Auckland. Now we are doing PSG against Atletico Madrid. BA20, do them shirts have names on? Some of them do. Yeah, some of them do. They've got the PSG one, which has Ronaldinho on the back. I've got the Monaco one here, which has Golovin on the back. I've got a Roma one, which has Totti on the back. I don't know. I've got quite a few behind me. Liverpool, Webbo, why are you not watching England versus Soccer Aid? Because, Webbo, with the greatest of respect, mate, and some would disagree with this, but I've got a life. I know that's a bold statement, but I think it's incredibly sad. It's sad. I know it's for charity, and that's fine, but it's sad. It's sad. I don't care. Everyone can have their opinion, and if you enjoy it, that's fine. But let me tell you something. I think it's sad. Very sad. If it makes money for charity, then fantastic. But I hate it. I hate it. The Soccer Aid is sad. It was good back in the day. It was fine back in the day when it was proper celebrities, properly, having a. It was fine. It was good. I would watch it when it was Maradona, when it was Will Ferrell and Woody Harrelson and Mike Myers and all that. Now, like I said, now it's like some guy who finished 9th on Bake Off 14 years ago. It's crap. It's absolute crap, mate. You're literally watching England Legends. No, you're not. What? Go on. What's the lineup here? England Soccer Aid Legends lineup. Right, here we go. Soccer Aid lineups. What's the lineups? Right, have we actually got the full lineups here? Teams are out. Here come the teams. Right, they're not even showing the teams. All I want is the lineups. Give me the lineups. Full team lineups. Who is in the England team? Stephen Bartlett, Jermaine Defoe, Alex Brooker, Mo Farah, Angry Ginge, Tom Grennan, Bear Grylls, Joe Hart, Aaron Lennon, Paddy McGuinness, Gary Neville, Wayne Rooney, Paul Scholes, Jill Scott, Lewis Tomlinson, Sam Quek. And who are they playing? Again, that's fine. I'm a celebrity, get me out of here lineup. But it's sad. It is sad. That's my opinion. To each their own. Emiliano, the draw for the first round of the DFB Pokal is done. Who is it? I've not seen it. YouTube Legends. See again, if maybe one day I make it to a level where I get invited to it, and if they do, I'd snatch their hand off and I'd be made up to be on it. So maybe I'll be a hypocrite at that point. But right now, oh yeah, it's sad. Not my thing. BA20, any deco tops? No deco tops, mate, no. I don't really do Barca tops or Chelsea tops. Or Porto. I'd quite like a Deco Porto top. NXA Wed. Cherky will be better than Yamal. Watch. No, he won't. That's a ridiculous statement. Matthew DeLuna, any Madrid tops? Nope, no Madrid tops. Wouldn't have a Madrid top. Not really my thing. Got an Atleti top. I've nailed my colours to the mask on that one. Paul Kenny, I've got 75. Wow, okay, nice, Paul. Emiliano, City, Paris, Bayern, or Real will win. I think that's probably a fair prediction, yeah. Kieran, maybe do a prediction league for the video. A prediction league for the video? You can't do a prediction league for the video. Cherky been about for years, he's injury prone. NXA Wed, trust me, you don't see the vision. I can absolutely trust that you see visions. Of that, I am absolutely certain. Yeah, I've no doubt in my mind that you see visions. Alex, Chris Rigg is better than Harvey Elliott. Maybe in time he will be. Yeah, maybe in time. I mean, he'll have to go some way. He'll have to go some way to score winners in the Parc des Princes like Harvey Elliott did. Winners in the Parc des Princes. I don't know if Chris Rigg will ever get one of them. Divock Origi, would you agree that the standard of players have dropped? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've been saying it for a while on here, that, to be honest. Mainly because it feels like you don't have to dedicate as much, or it doesn't feel like... It feels like fewer people dedicate entireties of their life to becoming a footballer. Like, too many kids now go home after school and they go on Minecraft or whatever, GTA Online, don't they? Or whatever the kids playing at the minute. So they'll go and do whatever they're playing on. That was just never the case when I was growing up 25 years ago. It was never the case. You would come home from school, you'd be straight out, you'd be playing football for 5, 6, 7 hours a night. Probably 7 hours a week. 7 nights a week. And then through the 6-week holidays, you'd be out playing 6, 7 hours all the time. You'd be playing all day, every day. So therefore, you always get a little bit good at it, don't you? You're always going to be... And even when you played that much, you still weren't good enough. Anywhere near good enough to make it professional. Whereas now, how many people do that? Not that many. Not that many. So if the pool diminishes, then inevitably the quality is going to be less. Paul Kenny, do you ever play FC25? I have done, mate. Yeah, I have done, Paul. I've got the game. It's on my laptop, actually. I've got the game, but I haven't played it in about 6 or 7 months. I think Christmas time was about the last time I played it, and if I'm really honest, I've not been impressed with this year's version. Oh, they're doing it again, aren't they? They're doing it again. It's that whole American thing. I hate that. Starting at small forward. It's the Georgian Messi. Kvisha Kvaratskhelia. It's honestly, it's so bad. They need to stop doing this. Kingsloth, do you reckon that 3 that came up will go back down again? No, I think at least one will stay up. I think one will stay up, whether it's Sunderland, Leeds or Burnley, one of them will stay up. Litigation, hi all, how's it going? Good to see you, mate. Kieran, sorry, I meant like a Premier League prediction. Oh yeah, no, yeah, I will be doing Premier League prediction videos, of course. Emiliano, always choose to play football by yourself over watching a football game. Well, yeah, when I was growing up, we did. Yeah, when I was growing up, we did. Maria, Luis, Benfica, Boca prediction. I think Benfica win that one 2-1. Maybe even 2-0, actually. I don't think Boca do very well. The Candy Zone. Happy Father's Day, Uncle. Good to see you, man. Happy Father's Day to you as well, and everyone who's celebrated. King Sloth, do you think that's because the streets have become less safe for kids? Maybe. Yeah, maybe it is a little bit like that. I mean, again, we didn't even really have phones for the most part growing up. Like, we were probably one of the last generations not to, like, live on your phone. Like, we had phones, don't get me wrong, we had phones, but you weren't, like, glued to them because we didn't even have an internet on them. You was texting. Like, it was text. That was it. So, you'd text your mum and let her know that you was out. You'd text her and let her know you was on your way home or whatever. That was about it. Phone stayed in your pocket and you didn't really touch it. And plus, if it was a Nokia, it had charge for about 7 days. Just it'd last about 7 months, wouldn't it, with one charge? So yeah, honestly, maybe it is a little bit to do with how safe it is for kids on the streets and stuff now. But either way, yeah, I do think the quality of football has diminished because of because of the number. There's fewer players getting to this level, therefore, they don't have to be that good to make it. I think you have to be an athlete first and a footballer second. Athlete first, footballer second to actually make it these days. If you're big and strong and fast and you can run faster than most, you probably make it as a footballer. Like, I'm sure, didn't Gareth Bale get into football because he was like I'm sure he was a talented cross-country runner. I think he was a cross-country runner, Gareth Bale. And he played rugby a little bit. And he kind of got, do you want to come and play a bit of football? It was like that. I'm sure that's how Gareth Bale started. I think it was Gareth Bale. Anyway, there's someone who did that. And they reached a very, very good level. Divock Origi, you think Wolves will go down? I don't think Wolves do. You're saying who do I think will go? Who do I think will replace that team? I think Everton have been circling the drain for many, many years. So I think, yeah, you've got to look at Everton. Wolves probably an outside chance, given they've lost Cunha, they've lost Aït-Nouri. You know, they've been down there as well. So I think Wolves, I think Everton. I think West Ham, West Ham, I think the tide will turn on Graham Potter very quickly. And yeah, if Kudus maybe goes and they don't quite get the summer right, maybe West Ham could struggle. Paul Kenny, have you got Forza Horizon 5? I haven't, mate. No, I'll level with you, Paul. I used to play quite a bit I used to game a fair bit. Honestly, a fair bit. I'd maybe dedicate a few hours a week to gaming. I'd play a fair bit, fairly regularly. I would game even when I was working. That would be my escape. I'd finish work, I'd come home, and I'd play maybe a couple of hours on FIFA, or I'd play an hour or two on GTA or on COD or on Red Dead Redemption or something like that. Since I started this channel, I swear to God, I haven't played a single. I haven't been on anything. I haven't been on any of them. I've just not got the time. But I do like a game. I do like a game on a lot of it. I'm looking forward to getting the new FIFA and maybe seeing if there's anything different, because the last FIFA I wasn't all that impressed with. Divock Origi, where do you think Forest will finish? I think Forest probably do all right in the Conference League, and I think finish maybe mid-table, 10th, 11th, 12th, anywhere around there, maybe 9th. They'll do okay, Forest, but I think they'll focus more on, as long as they stay up and they have a decent cup run in that Conference League, they might even win the Conference League. That might be the best chance Forest have of getting back into Europe, winning that Conference League. The Candy Zone, I remember my orange Motorola with the joystick in the middle. I think I had that as well. Yeah, the orange Motorola. Yeah. I had the old Samsung flip phone as well. Remember Jamster and WAP. And, there was all sorts, wasn't there? Yeah. Used to have going on the internet, and it used to cost you like 14 quid a minute. Shocking. King Sloth, here's a fun fact. I played for Buxton FC and scored against Stockport County. My claim to fame. Nice. Well done, you. Divock Origi, West Ham's a good shout. Ostermorg, what about Brentford? Brentford, I think it very much depends on who they replace Thomas Frank with. If they go and get Keith Andrews... Listen, I think Quaveen Kelleher is a perfect replacement for him. Perfect replacement for Flecken. And that's a good signing. If they lose Mbermo, they lose Wisser, they've lost Thomas Frank, they're going to have to do very well to replace him. Let's just leave it at that. I think they're going to have to do very, very well. But I don't think they go down. They're not in danger of going down. Paul Kenny, do you think Oldham will do okay in League 2? Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, I think Oldham did all right in... National League we watched a little bit of, and we watched the playoff final against Southend, and yeah, I do. I think Oldham will do all right actually. I think they'll stay up anyway, put it that way. I think they'll stay up. The Candy Zone used to love a game of Snake. Snake and polyphonic ringtones. Do you remember that? Do you remember you used to have infrared your mates polyphonic ringtones? Here, I've got DJ Sammy Heaven. Come and hold your phone to me like that here. Get it hold him like that, side by side. That's how you used to send files to each other when you were younger. Oh man, I'm sounding like a 90-year-old bloke. I'm only in my 30s. It's mad how quickly time changes, isn't it? Right, we're off. It's oh, is it a restart? What's going on? Ref's asking him to restart the game. Oh, that's ridiculous. You took the kickoff too quick. The Romanian referee is not happy with that. Right, let's start again then. Here we go. Bluetooth does that, lad. What's your Bluetooth name? Remember you used to have to put your Bluetooth... I mean, maybe this is just me when I was sad, but that's like a thing where we were from. You'd Bluetooth the girl you liked, or like if you were in a relationship, well, if you were getting with, or whatever the word is where you were from, it'd be like Key loves Jess forever, XXX IDST. Oh, Lucas, I have 2 correct scores. Match 100. Nice, well done, Lucas. Sad, weren't we, when we were kids? Very sad. Sad. Kieran, do you think Birmingham and Wrexham are going to do good in the Championship? I think both stay up. I agree with Adama Donna, the party edition. I agree with you, Adama. I think that both Birmingham and Wrexham stay up. I'm not sure that they get anywhere close to the playoffs, mind, but I think both stay up. That's probably a fair and accurate assessment, I would say. Ben Hughes, is this the stadium where Aldridge kicked off in '94? I think it is, yeah. I think it is. He had a go at that guy with the cap on, didn't he? That mad guy with the cap on at the touchline. I'm sure that was in the Rose Bowl. It looks like it a little bit, doesn't it? Didn't Ray Houghton score an absolute screamer in this stadium as well? Right, that can't be right. That cannot be right. It's a free kick here on the edge of the area. Litigation, HA, HD, AH, AD, DH and DA always. Home and draws, half-time, full-time. Free kick from Atletico. Oh, unlucky. That was nearly a goal. It was a free kick from Julian Alvarez. It was about 25 to 30 yards out. Oh, this would have been an absolute screamer. And he has Donnarumma beat there. I don't think Donnarumma's getting to that. Ben Hughes against Italy. Yeah, looks like the same stadium. The Candy Zone, can I get a tenner on T-Mobile, please? To getting a top up. Yeah, T-Mobile, 1-to-1. What network you on, lad? I'm on vis-a-vis. Oh. Top up on T-Mobile, sweet lord. Abdul 14, good to see you, Abdul. How's it going? Dharma would love Alvarez at Liverpool. Yeah, mate, I am absolutely all in for that. But I've got to say, I only want Liverpool to sell I only want Liverpool to sell Darwin Núñez if we have a chance of getting Isak or Alvarez. I think there's no better centre forward for Liverpool out there. Like I don't think Ekatike or Osimhen or certainly not Gyökeres or Sesko, any of them. I would much rather Liverpool stick with Darwin Núñez than go with them. Unless we can get Isak or Alvarez, obviously. The Candy Zone used to be able to get emergency credit of like £1. Could you? I don't remember that. I just remember getting told off when I was super young for I got like a tenner or something. I think my dad put like a tenner on, and I went on WAP. And I don't even know what I was doing. I think I was just looking at like football news, transfer rumours or whatever on WAP. And I blew like a tenner within 15-20 minutes. It was nothing. I couldn't believe it. I'd go downstairs and be like, "Oh yeah, Dad, you just got that for me from shop. That's gone that that's gone that chief. You're gonna have to get me another tenner." Text used to be like 12p ago. Yeah, texts were all you needed, weren't they? They make texts free now because there's so many other ways of doing it. But oh, God, yeah, throwback. Kee and I used to check the football scores on teletext. Yeah, teletext, bamboozle. Teletext holidays as well. Teletext holidays were a thing. I never actually bought one. I mean, I wasn't old enough to buy one, but I don't think we as a family ever bought one. This is it's quickly becoming the nostalgia channel, this, by the way, Premier League Dad. We're quickly just talking about all sorts of stuff that we remember growing up. While the game's going on. But there you go. Candy Zone, is red button still a thing now? I've not watched TV in a while. Yeah, so last night, it was England. England played last night, and the red button is what you needed to click on to get England on BBC. That stadium does not look like a 94,000 seater stadium. It's a very deceptive. Are these seats or is it all standing? It can't be standing in America, can it? They all want a seat. They all want a seat in America. But it does look deceptive. There's no way 95,000 fit in there. Candy Zone used to love the B game on Sky. See, I was I guess quite late to the party with Sky. We never had Sky until I was about, I think it was about 2002, 2003. I was a teenager before we got Sky. I think the first game I watched on Sky Telly was Southampton against Newcastle, and I think it was 4-3 or 3-3. Proper high scoring game at St Mary's. That was the first ever game I remember watching on Sky Sports, and I was chuffed. Kieran Baines, is the PSG starting 11 the same as the Champions League final? I'll show it you, mate. I'll put it up on YouTube now here. This is the... that's the starting 11 for both teams. There you go, Kieran. So, yeah, Ramos is in for Dembele. Dembele's out. Barcola's out. And other than that, yeah, I think it's exactly the same other than that one change. Adama went for a nostalgia walk around my old area of Liverpool, Breck Road, Anfield. Live in Birkenhead now. My missus lives over this side. All right, okay. My dad was working in, I think he was in Wallasey actually, yesterday. But yeah, I think that's where he used to go, Brett Road, or he used to get the bus to Brett Road. Was it the bus to Brett Road? When he used to go watch Liverpool in the 70s and 80s. I'm sure the bus used to stop around Brett Road and then he'd walk down to Anfield. I'll have to double check that with him. But I'm sure that's where he said it got off. Jake, Newcastle have a £40 million bid rejected by Forest for Anthony Elanga. Like it. I think Elanga's a good signing for Newcastle if you can get him. I don't think 40 million's a fair value, mind. I think that's it's going to be a struggle. Candy Zone, remember Blu-ray used to be... What was that, sorry? Remember Blu-ray used to be the GOAT. Now they're not even worth pennies. We never had a Blu-ray player. Damn, and it will be, pal. Yeah, he forever told me they used to get the bus from where I'm from. So I'm originally from St Helens, grew up around St Helens, worked in Liverpool city centre for many, many years, worked in Manchester for a few years as well. But yeah, he used to get the bus from St Helens, and he went pretty much every game. Certainly home, quite a few aways, but certainly every home game. I think from 1972 onwards, up to my little brother, my big brother being born. Kieran, do you think with Mo Farah speed is enough to be good enough to play professionally? I don't know who he is. I know Mo Farah. I don't know who Speed is. I'm guessing the YouTuber. I think I know who you mean, but I couldn't tell you anything about him. I don't know who he is. Really, I've never seen anything that he's done. Abdul, hello, how you doing? Good to see you, Abdul. Pedro, Lover, thoughts on the Miami game yesterday? I haven't seen any of the highlights. I just know that it finished 0-0. Griezmann's down injured here. It's not been a fast start for either of these teams, if I'm really honest. It's been pretty poor. Jake, Forest want 50. Elanga desperate for Champions League football. Toon willing to pay it, is what I'm hearing. 50 for Elanga feels... I mean, it could be cheap, to be honest. I mean, he's certainly an upgrade on Murphy. I think he's an upgrade on Barnes as well. No, he is an upgrade on Barnes. He's an upgrade on Barnes and Murphy. Whether or not £50 million ends up being cheap, I don't know. That might be a little bit of Saudi tax there. Kiki, did you see the Bayern game? Yes, we did it, maybe. We did the watch-along for it. Yeah, we did the watch-along for it. 10-0. Messi fan, what are your predictions? Well, I did think it was going to be 2-1 to PSG this. But if I'm really honest, the more I'm seeing the opening 10 minutes, the opening exchanges, it's looking like it might be a 0-0. It's been pretty dour. It's been pretty dull. It's not been one for the purists this so far, has it? I don't think. The Candy Zone don't follow you for some reason. Well, it's not good enough. It's unacceptable. Hopefully you've rectified that. But if not, maybe stick. Maybe I see you again in future. But yeah, hopefully you do, mate. Hopefully you do. You seem a good lad. Could do with more people who know how sad I am. 3-star Reds just signed to watch Game 3 on DAZN. Looking at the stadium, can't make my mind up if I'm watching a game of football in a stadium or the Grand National Aintree with the hedges pitch side. Well, I mean, the Rose Bowl has hosted an awful lot of events, hasn't it, over the years? It's not kind of one thing or another. But 94,000 people in there. It's the 20th largest stadium in the world. 20th largest stadium in the world. Messi fan, I'm just happy Dembele is injured. Jake, think Eddie's one of the best in the league for player development. What would you base that on? I'm not disagreeing with you, by the way, but what would you? Why would you say that? Like, who would you argue he has unequivocally improved? Yeah, the Rose Bowl has had 5 Super Bowls. I mean, 5 Super Bowls played. It looks a lot like a Super Bowl venue, doesn't it? Looks a lot grandiose. The 1994 FIFA World Cup final was here as well, no doubt. So that net there where Oblak's got the ball, that's where Baggio smashed it over the bar, isn't it? That's where the famous penalty went over the bar. I think it's also... I want to have a look and see what other 94 World Cup games it held, because I think it might also be where Georgie Hadji scored the wonder goal for Romania in 94. Messi found the first 4 minutes of the game were good because of Alvarez free kick. Yeah, I mean, there's not really been any other reason. It's been a pretty poor start to the game. Let's just leave it at that. It's been a pretty poor start to the game. No team has really laid down a marker and done much. It's been a lot of losing the ball in the final third. Messi fan, why were you banned from TikTok Live? I was banned for the most stupid reason, honestly. I'm not going to repeat exactly why, but basically a Manchester United fan came into the chat and said, he was joking, he was being a really lovely guy, and he made a statement that he said, as in talking about him, he said, I hate Liverpool fans. And I said, that's okay, mate, that's fine. I said, we hate Manchester United fans. And we all laughed and we all joked and it was fine. That's how it's meant to be. We hate you, you hate us, right? That's how he said it. And how I replied. It was a nice chuckle, a nice exchange. It was all friendly, I promise you. All of a sudden, bang, comes down, TikTok, live access, suspended, revoked, hate speech. Yeah, that's what it said. I'd been banned for hate speech, which I was like, wow, for that. So I got a week suspension for that, and I appealed. I actually appealed it, and I was like, surely that'll get taken down. Like, surely someone will watch that back, and it'll just be done. It'll be like, oh God, sorry, we banned you. No, I literally appealed it, and they said appeal rejected. So I was like, oh no. And then once you come back, you get like, so you have a week ban. So I was banned from the 6th to the 13th of June. And then when you come back, you get like a 2-week shadow ban as well, where basically for most of your lives don't get up and above maybe 15 to 20 people. Like this kind of thing. So see how we're kind of stuck at like 9 or 10 people. Doesn't really get much beyond that. It doesn't get pushed out to a lot of people. So, and you've probably seen, we've had lives where we've done 2,000, 3,000 people in there sometimes, and it's been really, really busy. We tend to get a few hundred at least. But yeah, it does hold you back a little bit. And it's frustrating, but there's nothing I could do about it. I don't know. It's annoying. Kieran Baines, Flash Score has rated Messi's game last night with a 6.5 overall. Adama Donna, did you see Luis Diaz's goal against the Argies? Oh, PSG have scored. Fabian Ruiz, 1-0, get in. That was a great goal. That was a wonderful goal, actually. I like that. Get in. 1-0 to PSG. Early goal. 19 minutes in. Fabian Ruiz, the guy who scored against Arsenal. Diego Simeone trying to rally the troops. Come on. He's saying get back into it. Come on. Let's just watch it back. It's laid off to the edge of the box. And Fabian Ruiz, left-footed, low and hard, bottom corner. Wonderful finish. Wonderful finish. You're not stopping that one, Oblak. Get in. Jake Curtin, I base it on players who couldn't get a game like Scher, Murphy, even Burns got better. Gordon, Isak, Almiron, literally everyone. Hall, Livramento, just naming the full squad at this point. I know, but mate, at some point you've got to say Hall, Livramento, they're either good young players or Eddie Howe's improving them. Like, if you have a squad of young, they're going to improve. Like, is Isak world class or is Eddie Howe getting better out of him? You can't have it both ways, mate. He's either world class, he's unbelievable, or Eddie Howe's getting more out of him than he is. Like, for example, there are some players who you look at, like, I think Jurgen Klopp is one of the best at getting more out of players than they've maybe got in them. And we've seen evidence of that because when they've left Liverpool, they've not been anywhere near what they were at Liverpool. Oh, that's a foul. That's going to be a yellow card as well, surely. Surely a yellow card. It was a nasty tackle on Hakimi, and it is a yellow card. I think it's Longley. Longley's been booked. Almiron scored 3 goals in 3 seasons. Eddie comes in, gets nearly 20 goals. Jacob Murphy the same. Yeah, so maybe he's had a good impact on those too, but I don't think you've got loads of others who've improved, like, astronomically. Like, I think he probably deserves more credit for Joel Linton. I think Joel Linton has done well under Eddie Howe. I think he deserves credit for that. I think he deserves credit for Shah. Yeah, the system seems to be benefiting Shah. And obviously he's created an environment where the team's doing well. So he deserves credit no matter how you stack it up. But I think that you've got players who are about as good as they are, I guess. Isak, I think, is a very good player. I don't think Eddie Howe deserves credit for bringing that out of Isak. I think he was doing it at Sociedad, wasn't he? He's a very good player. And I think you could say the same with Livramento and Lewis Hall. Livramento and Lewis Hall, if they were at Chelsea and City, they'd probably be about where they are now, wouldn't they? They're good young players, you know. Messi fan, Longley signed for Atletico, yeah. Alexander, thoughts on Harry Kane's poor performance against Auckland? Didn't he get took off? I don't think it was a poor performance. It's the first game, mate. It's effectively pre-season for him, I guess. So, yeah, I don't think it's a poor performance. Mark, how's it going? Good to see you, Mark. Jake, Shah wasn't getting a game for months. Big Joe, same with Bernie. He was on the bench at Brighton. Met the Man City team on my beach walk this morning. They're staying at the hotel adjacent to my apartment. Nice. Well, I'm not going to say where that is, but okay, nice. You beach walk as well. I'm so jealous. That's so cool. You want a beach walk in the morning. Love that. Jake, same with Bruno. Arsenal was offered both their songs to fans sing about it. Liverpool have just put a bid in for Rooney scoring a goal for Live Aid for 150 million. Mark, I have photos with Pep, Doku and Bernardo. Very nice. Nice. There's some good little mementos that you wouldn't have expected this morning. Well done, mate. Nice, like that. Oh, Atletico are in here. That could be a foul and a red card. That should be a red card. Is it going to be a red card? I think it is. It's going to be a red card, surely. Nuno Mendes, it could be a red, this. Could be a red card. Is it? Is it? Has to be. Has to be a red. I would be astonished if that isn't a red card. This is a red, surely. It's got to be a red for Nuno Mendes. It's got to be a red. He's in behind. He's in behind Simeone and he can't get hold of him. It'd be soft, you know. No, I don't think you can give a red for that. I think that's soft. I think that's soft. That's really soft, isn't it? That's really, really soft. Sorry, yeah, Adama, did you see Luis Diaz's goal against the RGs? Hope we keep hold of him. Had a good season, in my opinion, mate. I absolutely agree. Yeah, I absolutely agree. So it's not a red card. Wow, that's a bold approach from the ref. I like that. Because I think that would have been given as a red card in a lot of other places. In a lot of other games, in a lot of other tournaments, I think that would have been given as a red. Simeone got in behind. And he was clearly dragged down, I thought, but it would have been soft. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Keep an eye on it, Key. I've got Pedro and Elanga. I bet their levels rise. But again, Elanga and Pedro are young players, aren't they? They're really young players. Like, you would expect both Elanga and João Pedro would improve. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying. Oh, that's a yellow. Come on, ref. That's a clear yellow. That's going to be a free kick to PSG. Fabian Ruiz got done there. Yes, sorry, Adama. I did see Luis Diaz's goal, and yes, I totally agree. I would rather we keep him. In an ideal world, I would rather keep him. Much rather keep him. But I expect he's on 50 grand a week. He's on 50 odd grand a week. Like, he deserves to be on much more. He's not getting paid a wage befitting a top winger, is he? He's on less than the likes of Semenyo and Kluivert at Bournemouth. And I think he knows that. And obviously he's looking and going, look, I'd rather stay at Liverpool, but if you're not going to pay me the wages, then I'm going to try and manufacture a move. And I think that's what he's doing right now. Him and his agents are speaking to clubs and trying to get them to give Liverpool an offer. I reckon, in fact, I think that's what's happened. I think his agent's gone to Liverpool and said, look, what number do I need to get these to get to in order for you to come to the table and have a conversation? And I think Liverpool have gone, all right, well, look, if you get him to 70 million, we'll have a conversation with him. And we'll try and move him and agree something. But we're not even contemplating selling him. He's got 2 years left on his contract. We ain't even, and he's got 50 grand a week. We're not contemplating selling him. No chance. Three-star Reds. Do you think after this first tournament it will become a regular fixture on the football calendar or just a one-off? No, mate. It's not a one-off. It's the Club World Cup is every 3 or 4 years, I think. At this moment in time, it's being held. The next one is scheduled for, I think, 2029. It's already booked in. So yeah, I don't think it'll be a one-off at all. I think it will be a regular thing which gains importance. Random videos. What minute are you on, mate? I am on the 20. You've got a clock. You're watching us on YouTube. There's a literal clock there, seconds by second, synced up. 27:10, 27:11, 27:12. That's what we're on. 3-star Reds. Rumour doing the rounds that Newcastle are, as part of a deal for Anthony Elanga, offering Jamal Lascelles as part of a deal. I don't like that. Jamal Lascelles is broken, isn't he? Jamal Lascelles isn't value for Nottingham Forest. You don't want Jamal Lascelles doesn't get a kick for Nottingham Forest. Yeah, he doesn't get a kick. Oh, that's poor. It's going to be a corner for PSG. Horrendous play that. Lenormand and Longley having absolute shockers at the back for Atletico Madrid here. Jake, I wouldn't personally get Pedro or Elanga, but Eddie sees something. This is it, mate. I feel the same about Liverpool and the signings that we've been getting. They're not players I necessarily would have gone for, but I'm delighted if indeed that is what happens and we get the players that we're rumoured to go for. So, yes, we'll see. Jack, can I please have a shout out? Shout out to Jack. Right, corner kick here to PSG. Opportunity for them to whip a ball in from the corner. Steve Keane, which is your best footy top behind you? My best footy top? It's a good question. I guess I quite like the PSG top. I quite like the Argentina top. But I've got like I said, I've got loads more, mate. These are just literally what I did. I've got well over 100 of them, and they're all different clubs, all different tops. I've got the Monaco one. I've got a Malaga. If I shuffle, I've got a Malaga one there. I've got Juventus just here. I've got Nantes just behind me. I've got Rome. I've got loads. I've got absolutely loads. They're all really nice and they're all different, and I like them all in different ways. But yeah, I just threw up 16 that kind of looked all right. And I'm going to change them all for the start of the new season. So I like them all, really, mate, if I'm dead honest. Have you got names on the back of them? I've got names on the back of some. I've got Ronaldinho on the back of the PSG one. I've got Golovin on the back of the Monaco one. I've got Totti on the back of the Roma one. Yeah, some I have, some I haven't. The rest I don't think so. At least the ones that you can see. I mean, I think the Spain one's blank. I think the Atleti one, the Brazil one, the Liverpool, the RG one, they're all blank. But Monaco is definitely Golovin. PSG is definitely Ronaldinho. And Rome is definitely Totti. Emiliano, my prediction is 3-1 Paris. Well, there's a cooling break here. We're having a little cooling break. 30 minutes in. 30 minutes in. Germany have just scored against Czech Republic, 1-0 to Germany. Emiliano, I can't believe that you don't have a Bayern kit. They're so big. I've never really been that interested in a Bayern kit. I guess that there's other German teams that I like more than Bayern, if I'm really honest. I don't mind Bayern. They're not the team that I would go for in Germany. Steve, Brazil, it's got to be Zico or Ronaldo. Well, no, for that one, for that era, it's far more likely to be maybe a Kaka or a... maybe an Adriano. Yeah, that sort of an era. Messi fan, I'd like to challenge you to name a football club challenge to see your ball knowledge. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll play. Yeah, what do you want to ask? Go for it. Emiliano, Bochum, for example. Of course, yeah, Bochum, fantastic club, love him. You know I've got a big respect for Bochum. What club won the Champions League 5 times in a row? Real Madrid. Lucas Lambert, hi mate, how's the game going? Like, I have to watch Soccer Aid, but I would love to watch PSG. Why do you have to watch Soccer Aid? Honestly, I don't understand people watching Soccer Aid. I have no idea why you would watch Soccer Aid when there's actual football on. It's baffling. Absolutely baffling. Luca, what channel is the AM game on? Anyone know? All of them are on DAZN, Luca. You can watch them all on DAZN, completely free. So yeah, every single game, every single Club World Cup game is all on DAZN, and they're all broadcast absolutely free. All you need to do is go and register with DAZN. You can watch them. Messi fan, what was the second most expensive transfer? Well, the second most expensive transfer, I believe, is Mbappe. However, it's not really. I mean, depends how you look at it. Because with inflation, there are some slight anomalies with the transfers. So there you go. For example, Andrei Shevchenko was £30 million to Chelsea in 2006, and in the modern day, that would be 215 million quid. That's how much £30 million in 2006 is worth now. So you've got to look at it proportionally. Because there's some transfers that are more expensive. Rio Ferdinand to Leeds was from Manchester United. Sorry, Leeds to Manchester United was 30 million quid. That was in 2002. That would have been 200 million pound now, or 198. Fernando Torres as well. Fernando Torres to Liverpool, 2011. Oh, sorry, to Chelsea. From Liverpool to Chelsea was 50 million. That would be 181 million now. Adama, nice bright yellow Dortmund kit behind you next season, buddy. Yeah, I wouldn't mind maybe a Dortmund kit. They're not really... Again, I like a lot of German teams. Never been a massive fan of Dortmund and Bayern, though. I've always much more preferred you... Even though Leverkusen knocked us out of the Champions League in 2004... 2003-04 season, wasn't it? It was Julia's last year. Sure it was. Might have been the year before that, actually. Might have been 2002-03. Either way, whichever one it was. Bayer Leverkusen were one of my favourite German teams. And I really like Hamburg as well. Messi fan, I'm talking about original price tag. I know, but original price tag doesn't mean expensive. You're saying most expensive. You're just talking about numbers, which is the highest number, but it's not the most expensive. It's not the most expensive. The most expensive is Andrei Shevchenko from AC Milan to Chelsea. That is the most expensive. That's more expensive than Neymar, technically. Lucas, would you like Dembele at Liverpool? Would I like Dembele at Liverpool? Of course I would like Dembele at Liverpool. He's a wonderful player. Shot it straight down the throat of Oblak. Good save. Ben, it's where the final was when Baggio missed his penalty. The one where Aldridge kicked off was in Orlando. Yes. Yeah. Cheers, just found it on a Spanish channel. Telecinco without registering. Messi fan, Liverpool are poor now. What do you mean Liverpool are poor now? You've just spent £100 million on Verts. Can't be that poor. 3-star Reds, nice to see PSG following Forest and getting that first Champions star on their shirt. Mate, we've got loads of money. Liverpool have got plenty of money. Absolutely loads of money. The signing of Verts doesn't mean we're poor. The signing of Verts shows we've got money to spend. Lucas Lambert, who would you say the best player is in this game? Best player. I've got to say, I'm a sucker for Kvaratskhelia. I love Kvaratskhelia. He's one of my absolute favourite players. I'd have loved Liverpool to sign him. I was gutted when he went to him because I really thought Liverpool might have nipped in and got him. Messi fan, how do you feel about Robertson possibly going to Atletico Madrid? Sad, and I hope he doesn't. I hope he stays. I think he's a really, really good left back. Still one of the best left backs around. I'd be disappointed if we ended up selling him. And he's, personally, I think he's better than Milos Kerkez. I wouldn't, like, if Kerkez comes in, that's great, but I'd still be starting Robertson. People forget Andy Robertson has got more assists than Paul Scholes. He's got more assists than Eden Hazard. He's one of the best left backs that's ever been in the Premier League. He's incredible, and I would still absolutely have him every single day of the week over Milos Kerkez right now. Milos Kerkez is still only 21. He's still young. There's still time. So I hope Andy Robertson doesn't go, but I think he might do. Alex, have you ever watched a Wacker Innsbruck match? I haven't, no. I haven't. I have watched some of the lower league, the Bundesliga 2 matches and stuff like that. I have watched quite a few of those, but I haven't watched... not the Bundesliga 2, the Austrian League, sorry. I've watched quite a lot of the Austrian League as well, and I can't say I've watched... No, can't say I've watched them. 3-star... Oh, sorry, we've just done that one. We've just done that. One of my dad's best mates lived in Innsbruck for a while. But I can't say I've ever been. Or seen any games. Look, John gave me his shirt from USA 94. I was on a plane with John Aldridge and Jan Molby. Not that long ago. Well, I say not that long ago. It was quite a few years ago. But I was on a plane from Liverpool, John Lennon to Malaga. They were going over for a golf holiday, and it was John Aldridge, Jan Molby, and Ronnie Whelan, and they were all sat together. Dead good. And I shouted. Well, I tried to get a picture. But I was a bit ashamed. I was only a young lad. So it was actually quite a few years ago now. I think I was about maybe 19. Yeah. Still think I'm young. Lucas Lambert, Doué's better. He could be when he's older. No, I don't think Doué's better than Kvaratskhelia now. He's not better than Kvaratskhelia. Again, in years to come, maybe he will be. Luca, would you like Conor Gallagher at the pool? No, he's not really my kind of player. He's all right, but I think we need better than Conor Gallagher in midfield. And we should demand more. We should demand better than Conor Gallagher. Adama, what do you think of Job Bellingham at Dortmund? He's obviously following the path of his brother, isn't he? But what do you think? I mean, do you think he kicks on there? I'm not sure he's... Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure he will do well there, and I'm sure he'll end up getting a big move somewhere else. Probably not to Real Madrid, but I'm sure he will get a big move somewhere else eventually. Lucas is going to Real Madrid next. Well, yeah, that seems to be the pathway, isn't it? And to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if Jude Bellingham, sorry, is doing well at Real Madrid and he's looking for a new contract or something like that. He might even say, look, as part of the new contract, what I'd like you to do is try and bring my brother to the Bernabeu. If you can do that, then I'll sign the contract. Because it would certainly mean a lot to have both of them there, wouldn't it? 3-star Reds watching PSG tonight. You would not think they've come into this tournament on the back of a long domestic and Champions League season ending in European glory. I don't think they've been that good, to be honest. I think Atletico have been really good. That's so poor. Who put that ball in then? Was that Simeone? Of course he was offside. Why did you cross that in, you moron? Absolute numpty. Who crosses that in? I think it was Simeone. You could see he was offside. Why would you cross that in? Why would you cross that in? Stupid. Absolutely stupid. Lucas, I love Jude Bellingham. He had a proper tank in him. He's up and down. No, Jude Bellingham is one of the most overrated players in Europe. In my opinion, anyway. I don't rate him. He's another one of those players who looks better than he actually is. He looks more of he's like Pogba in many ways. Looks like a better player. Looks like he should be a good player. But I think far too often he doesn't show up. Far too often. PSG with a chance. Skied over the bar. As we approach half-time. Very, very near to half-time. Manchester City, what are you watching? We are watching PSG against Atletico Madrid. It's PSG 1, Atletico Madrid 0. It's about 3 minutes to half-time. Lucas Lambert, do you think Trent will start when Madrid are playing? Yes, of course he will. Yeah, he'll definitely start. But I think I fully expect that Trent will... he'll be in the Madrid B team within, I don't know, maybe 12 to 18 months. I think they'll be forcing him out inside 18 months, Trent. Same as they did with Owen, same as they did with McManaman, same as they did with Woodgate. Oh, they're in. It should be 2, and it is 2. It's Ferreira. Vitinha. Vitinha with the goal, bursting forward from midfield. Ow. Longley, he's had an absolute shocker. I don't know what he's complaining about there. I don't know what he's complaining about. It's the easiest goal they're ever likely to score. Bursting from midfield. The defence parted like the Red Sea. Atletico Madrid didn't. Neither Le Marchand or Longley went out to close them down. Neither of them had any interest in it. And Vitinha basically got to the edge of the penalty area and just thought, yeah, go on, I might as well have a shot. And passed it into the corner of the net. Past Oblak. Too easy. 2-0. 2-0. Lucas Lambert, how long's his contract? How long's his contract? Who? Trent? I think it's 5 years. 4 or 5 years. Messi fan, are you a Liverpool fan? I am. Yes, I am a Liverpool fan. The guy, Dembele, not in the squad. No, not in the squad at all. Same with Barcola. He's not in the squad. Atletico Madrid getting the ball in here. It's gone behind. It's going to be a corner. Lucas Lambert, how long is Vert's deal? He's not signed it yet, but I would imagine probably again 5 years. 5 or 6 years. Messi fan, Dembele's injured, quad strain. Yeah, I think Barcola's the same, isn't it? Dembele and Barcola both out due to injuries. Right, it's Griezmann about to take this corner. We're into the last 15 seconds before injury. Before half-time, sorry. Whipped in. Oh, cleared away by Atleti. I think he's tried to get a flick on, but eventually cleared it away. It's going to be half-time. There you go. Is it half-time? No, ref's not blown up yet. Now he'll blow up. That's too easy. That's pathetic. Pathetic. Too easy. There you go. PSG 2, Atletico Madrid 0, half-time. It's not been a good start for Atletico Madrid. Really, really poor from Atleti. And, yeah, PSG fully deserved the lead. Fully deserved the lead. Too easy. Okay, well there you go. So we've got to half time. PSG have been by far the better team. Atletico Madrid not really laid a glove on them, to be honest. There was the early claim in the first half where Simeone got through and Nuno Mendes dragged him down, and it looked to all intents and purposes like it might be a red card. Might be a red card, maybe. I think it would have been soft, but if the ref had given it, if the ref had given the free kick, it would have had to have been a red card because he was the last man. Simeone was through on goal with the keeper to beat, and he was dragged down. Alas, the referee said no. He waved it away, and PSG have made it count. They went up the other end. Fabian Ruiz with the goal, Vitinha with the second. Both goals from midfield. Both about the same area of the pitch as well. Right centre, dead centre, edge of the penalty area. Both very, very good goals. Both very good finishes. Low to Oblak's left. And yeah, really good. Adama, how long have you had your channel? Mate, it's a cracking channel with good, knowledgeable folk. Oh, thank you very much. I mean, I'll pass that on to everyone, to be honest. But yeah, no, I've had the channel a little under 6 months. I started it about 6 months ago, mate. I did, I guess you could say something stupid. I quit my job. I quit my job, and I decided... both me and the wife quit our jobs, and we decided that what we were going to do is follow our dreams, and we were going to commit a year, 2025. We're going to commit a year to trying to build our dream and follow our dream. And if it all fails, then we go and get a job again. We go back to what we've done before. And you know, I was a sales director in Liverpool city centre. I was working for a company in Liverpool. She's been working for different. She worked for the Liverpool Football Club for a spell, and yeah, she's had various jobs where she's done really well, and we've decided that we're gonna have a crack at social media and see how it goes. As I say, it might be one of the worst decisions we ever make. It might be a horrendous decision. It might all fall to bits. It might be awful, but yeah, if it does, then by Christmas the channel won't exist. I'll delete it. I'll be gone. But hopefully it does all work. Chimey, I just need an Atletico goal. I think you might get one. Yeah, they've been okay. Edward, Kieran, what was the Bayern score? It finished 10-0, Edward. 10-0. Charles, I didn't think it was a foul, but if he gives a foul, he has to be sent off. Exactly, yeah, I would agree. It shouldn't really be a foul, but if he'd give it, it's kind of one of them, 50-50. I think if he gives it, it doesn't get overturned. If he doesn't give it, it doesn't get overturned. It's like an orange. It's like an amber foul, isn't it? It's not a definite red, but, you know, we'll see. Scouse L, who scored? Yep, Fabian Ruiz and Vitinha. Noah Page, do you like non-league football? Love it. Yeah, love it. One of the most watched, in fact, the most watched stream on our channel since I started doing Premier League, Dad, 6 months ago. The most watched stream is Oldham and Southend. We had tens of thousands of people watching us across all platforms. It was massive. Yeah, it was really, really good. That's probably one of the things that drove the channel a little bit. Lucas Lambert, what did you do for your job? I was a sales director. I worked in different stuff over the years. Worked in advertising for a bit. Worked in recruitment. Worked in advertising. Worked in sales and education for a little bit. But yeah, I was a sales director in Liverpool, and decided to quit it. And it was Yeah, Adama, it was a brave move. Yeah, I mean, it might be a very, very silly one, mate, but especially when you've got a little girl, you've got a family. But one of them things, if you don't do it, if you never try, you'll never know. And if it all goes tits up, then we've had a go, haven't we? We've had a go, and maybe it didn't work. And we go and get a job. We go and quit, and we start again, and we try again doing something else. But we sat down last year, and we said, what would make you really happy? Like, what would you love as your job? And I said, do you know what I'd love? I'd love nothing more. I said, I'd quite like to be a bit like Goldbridge, to be honest. Not like Goldbridge, but like watching football, talking about football for a living. I'd love that. I'd love it. Absolutely love it. Even if I didn't earn that much. Even if I just earned like a little bit. Just a little tiny bit. Just enough so you're not eating beans on toast. Just that sort of thing. I don't want to be going Disney World and all that. I just a modicum. I'm quite happy going in caravan holidays the rest of my life. I'm happy with that. We're all quite happy. I just thought it'd be nice. So we both said what would we like to do, and this is what I said I wanted to do, was watch footy for a living, talk footy for a living, and yeah, I'm having a go at it. See, come and watch me fail. Come and watch me fail. Subscribe to Premier League Dad. See if I fail. If I'm not around by Christmas, you know what's happened. Cheers, Adama. Thank you very much, Adama. I really appreciate that, mate. I really do appreciate it. Oh, Edward, mate. It was different things, all sorts of reasons why people leave jobs. But yeah, she had a lovely time though. She worked at Liverpool Football Club for a spell. Jamie wanted to place a bet on a Ruiz goal for sevens. Wow. Actually, that wouldn't have done much for me. I can't do with I can't do the players to score. Can't do that. Michael, what team do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, Michael. Yeah, Liverpool fan. But don't hold that against me. We do watch everyone. As FM No Casuals has just said, you do cover some mad games, and I love that. Shows sincerity. I love watching footy. I absolutely love watching footy, and I'll watch anyone. I'll watch anyone and everyone. Love it. Steve, do you get paid on the job you do on here, if you don't mind me asking? Mate, I'm an open book. You can ask me anything. As long as it's respectful, I'll answer anything you ask me. I don't mind. I don't get paid now. No, I don't get paid now. The idea is that in time, it takes some time. It does take a lot of time. As I say, I'm still only barely 6 months in. It takes a while to build up enough of a following that you can actually start making. And I'm talking even a little bit. Once you get monetized on YouTube, which I am very, very close to getting monetized on YouTube. Like, I'll probably be monetized by the end of this week. It'll be that close. The end of this week, I reckon I'll be monetized on YouTube, which will be huge. And by that point, it flicks a switch, and maybe at that point you're making £100 a month. Like, not much. Like, really not much. It ain't much. That won't pay the bills, will it? We know, if you're an adult, you know that don't pay the bills. That don't even scratch the surface. So, you've got to pay tax on that and everything as well. So, £100 doesn't mean out. So, it's still going to take... It's this time next year, easily, before anything... Yeah, so it's a good while off. It's a good while off. Kieran, will I be remembered when you one day get to 100k subs? I've got a good memory, Kieran. I'll tell you that. I've got a very, very good memory, and I'll remember people. I've always looked after people. Listen, and I'll tell you something as well. If I ever do get... Maybe if I get Soccer Aid famous. If I do get Soccer Aid famous, maybe I'll get to there'll be people who come out the woodwork, and I haven't got any skeletons. I've got no skeletons. I've got plenty of people who I've looked after. And I've no problem with that. Edward, £100 a month, I make well over that, and I'm at college. Well, nice. Cheers, thanks. Cheers, Edward. Appreciate that, mate. I'm skint. I'm skint. I'm sat here on beans on toast for tea most nights. Big Bob's beans. Adama, you soon have your hand on the ladder, mate, and you'll climb quick. I hope so. And that's basically the expression I gave the missus. I said to her, it's better to be at the bottom of a ladder you want to climb than halfway up one that you don't. So it doesn't matter what you do for a living. It doesn't matter what you do. Don't judge anyone for what they do for a living. But if you're not happy, do something else. Change it. Money doesn't make the world go round. It doesn't make... Honestly, it really doesn't matter to me anyway. I've had money. I've been skint. If you're happy, you're happy. Sometimes you're happier when you're skint, honestly. Lucas Lambert, keep doing what you're doing, mate. Love the channel. Appreciate that, Lucas. I really appreciate that. Steve, you sound like a great guy who looks after his family. Well done. Oh, yeah. Hey, listen. I mean, I can't keep saying I'm skint when I look like this, but we all eat. We all eat okay. We eat beans on toast. That's about as good as we get. Steve, what do you think to women's footy? Well, we've done some women's games. We've done some women's games on the channel. But what I will say about the women's game is I don't know an awful lot about it. I don't know which player. I don't know any of the players. I don't know which teams are good. I don't know an awful lot about it. We did a women's game the other day. It was Spain against England. Again, I didn't know an awful lot of the players involved. I didn't know anything about it. There was people who came into the comments and were telling me different things, so I was learning about it. But yeah, I'll watch the women's game, but if I'm really honest, I don't want to also come across like I'm patronising, if you know what I mean. Like I have no problem watching the women's game, but I also don't want to just watch it for the sake of watching it. Because I don't know if you get this, but I feel like there's some channels out there who are just watching it for watching its sake, to show that's, oh yeah, we watched the women's game. I don't think that's the right thing to do. And listen, I've got a little girl. If my little girl loves footy in the way that I do, you won't find a bigger supporter of the women's game. I'm no problem with it. I'd absolutely love it. Nothing would make me happier. So yeah, I've no problem with it, but I don't know an awful lot about it. I can have a reasonable conversation with anyone about any club for men's footy, because I've followed it all my life. Women's footy, I just don't know anything about. I've never watched it, so I don't know. FM No Casuals, you're smarter than you think, lad. Steve Keane, thank you. That's a great saying. I'm going to get it, use it. I help everyone and always get shit on. Listen, trust me, big believer in karma, Steve. Big believer in karma. Look after people. Treat people how you'd expect you'd want them to treat you. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes they'll mug you off, but usually the universe equalises that in other ways. But don't let some, just because someone treats you like crap, don't treat everyone else like crap. Just keep giving nice things to people, but keep being nice to people. That whole be kind movement, you've got to be kind. Be kind to people. Look after. Usually people who are upset and down and sad and angry and depressed at the world and all that, they're the people who most need you to be kind. You're the people who are usually angry and annoying or not pleasant to be around. They're the people who need kind. It's easy to be kind to someone who's nice, isn't it? It's easy to be kind to someone who's jovial and whatever. Dead easy to be kind to someone like that. You've got to be kind to people who are being bells most of the time. They're the ones who need help. So usually when someone's being a bit of a numpty, being a bit of a knob, you've got to kind of look out. You've got to try and help them if you can. Edward, Kee and I, I'm one of the OGs. You better not forget me. Is anyone a chef or know a lot about food here? I know a lot about food in terms of eating it, but not much else. Chimey, Barca women are too good, like regular 5-0. Well, the Spanish women's game, I think was it Pino? I'm sure her name was Pino. She was absolutely fantastic. Scored 2 wonderful goals against England. Ethan, Key, you don't watch it to do propaganda in certain ways. You watch it because it's the beautiful game. That's true. Yeah, no, that's true. But I guess do you know what it boils down to, Ethan? I feel like I'm not an expert. No, actually, I am an expert. I am a bit of an expert when it comes to the men's game. I know what I'm talking about. I can have a conversation and I feel confident in expressing an opinion on it. The women's game, I don't really. So it's not like, do you know what I mean? I hope that's coming across in the way I'm hoping. I don't want to sound like I'm, like not tokenistic, but you know what I mean. It's for the right reasons anyway. Steve Keen, I bet your daughter is an Everton fan. She's not old enough to make that decision just yet, but she's had a Liverpool kit on her from day dot, and she's gonna get Liverpool kits as long as I've got breath in my body. But no, if she chose to be an Everton fan, then good luck to her. That's a very hard life. It's a very hard life. My granddad was an Everton fan. Go on, Edward. What's your question about food? I'll try and answer. I'm not a bad little. I can cook. I'm not bad. I can cook. I can make nice pastas and stews and things like that. Lovely little stir fry cooker as well. Alex Macklin, PSG carrying on. Steve Keen, my daughter's a Man City and Liverpool. I am Man U. Well, you've raised them right then. They've. I bet the weekends are fun in your house when it's Liverpool against United and Liverpool against City and all that. Wonderful. Ethan, I have a Southampton women's season ticket with the men's season ticket. I don't know anything about the women's team. I go there for fun. Ethan, I did food tech more recently than Kee. I used to forget my food tech stuff half the time, to be honest. Adama, Kanate is demanding big money. What are you thinking? I'm saying pay the man, otherwise it's going to get a big move elsewhere. Big Ibu, yeah. I really like Ibu, yeah, and I wouldn't want to see him go, but I do think... Oh, sorry, I've just seen Edward's question come through then. I do think that we need to be a bit more pragmatic with these contracts. We can't just keep bowing down to player pressure. So 200 grand a week is what Kanate is asking for, I believe. He wants to be like one of the highest earners at the club, and you would imagine he probably deserves that, doesn't he? He does deserve that. But I don't know. I think I'd like us to keep him. I'd be disappointed if we sold him. I don't really know who we would get to replace him. I'd actually quite like us to go and buy Jared Branthwaite. If nothing else, just to wind up Evertonians. But I think he's a very decent centre-back. I don't know if he'd be, like, replace Kanate levels, but I think you could have Branthwaite, Van Dijk, and maybe another centre-back coming in. And then that would, along with Joe Gomez, that might work. Edward, Kieran, my question is, I bought chicken in April, but it's been in the freezer since I bought it. Is it still usable and eatable? Do you know what? I don't know. I'd say take it out, defrost it, see if it smells funny. That's usually the test. If it smells funny after you've defrosted it, then just bin it. Don't take a chance. It's not worth it. Daniel, how many subscribers for you to get Sacco's haircut? How many subscribers for me to get Sacco's haircut? 50k. 50k. I'll get an haircut of your choice. We'll do a vote at 50k. Why not? FM No Casuals frozen food is 6 months. Steve Keen, when your wife goes in for the operation, it'll be takeaway every week? No, she's had it, mate. She had it, Steve. Yeah, she's gone in. She went in on Monday last week. So she's nearly 7 days post-op now. Very sore as well. Yeah, Daniel, 6 months is good for chicken. Edward, FM No Casuals has just said the same. 6 months for chicken. So good luck for it. I probably wouldn't though. I don't like freezing. I don't like freezing it and restarting it again. For me, if I buy fresh chicken, I put it in the fridge. If it's getting close to or if it's past the use by date and I've not used it, it's in the bin. I can't be doing with freezing and unfreezing and defrosting and whatever. Steve Keen, question for you. What do you think about players who think they're bigger than the club? Well, in some cases... Well, they're not bigger than the club, but I think players generally tend to get their own way. Yeah, players generally tend to get their own way. If they're at a club and they want to leave, then the club has a responsibility to facilitate that. as long as it meets their needs. But I think it's frustrating if a player comes to an owner, for example, and says in earnest, like, look, I want to leave. I don't want to be here anymore. And maybe it's for different reasons. Maybe it's I want to go back to Spain to be closer to family. Maybe it's I'm not happy in England because of the weather. Maybe it's, I don't know, whatever it might be. I think if a player comes to an owner honestly and says, I'd like to leave, the owner should respect that and say, fine, keep trying your absolute hardest. We will try to make a solution that works for everyone. But the priority for the club should be to try and get a solution. Because it's at that point, it's not good to have an unhappy player at the club. It doesn't help anyone. Daniel, I predicted the Auckland score correctly. I think you did, didn't you? You said 10-0. Chimey, we have to see Kee and an R9 haircut. See, I'd do R9. I don't think I could do Sacco, but I reckon I'll do R9. I'll do R9. If we get to 50k subs, I'll do R9. I'm only doing it for one stream, though. I'm not walking out and about with that. But I will do the R9 haircut at 50k. If we can get to 50k, I'll do R9. Colour Splash, Denmark, under 21s, 2-1 up now. You was right when you fancied them. I told you. Denmark under 21s, what's his name? Conrad Harder. And there was a few others, actually. There was Kvistgaarden. Kvistgaarden's on the right-hand side. He was really good. Quite a few decent players in that Denmark under 21 side. See, I've seen enough. Vitinha is clear of Pedri. Behave yourself. Reece, Trent is bigger than Liverpool, to be fair. Shut up, Reece. Don't start. Daniel, 10k for R9. Can't get... 10k, with the way things are going, 10k it'll probably be by Christmas. If the growth of the channel is anything to go by, we'll probably hit 10k by Christmas. So I'm hoping... Yeah, 50k. If we can get to 50k... I'll meet you halfway. We'll do 25. Do 25 and I'll do R9. Steve, FM No Casuals, I freeze food that's on reduced all the time and it's cush. You gotta do what you can to get by. Yeah, no, listen. But see, when you say you gotta do what you can to get by, for me, that's... I'll just throw it away, but I don't throw food away very often. I just don't overbuy, rather. Oh, Kvarat Scaly, you're off the bar. Really unlucky. Great save, that by All Black. Great save. Yeah, I don't overbuy. I'd rather buy, like, one pack of chicken at a time. And that's me done. So if we don't eat it, it's a surprise. We've usually bought it with something in mind. Like, we're buying it to have a stir fry, or we're buying it to have a stew or something. To be honest, I'm trying to make we're trying to get my little girl to eat more than just like beige food. So at the minute, we're trying to get different stuff to try and cook. Help her to cook with us and stuff so she starts trying new stuff. Daniel, Christmas R9 haircut is a great gift to your fans. Alright, I tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. 15k by Christmas. If you can help me get to 15k by Christmas, I'll get the R9 haircut on Christmas Day. That's my pledge. If you want the R9 haircut, we'll do the R9 haircut. To be honest, I've wanted to shave it all off for a while, so I'll just double it except the front, and we'll do the R9 haircut on a live. I'll get the missus to do it. She can do it on a live, and then I'll do a live game with the R9 haircut. Edward, I'm fussy though. If it's even crisps or milk, it's a day past its day, I'll bin it. I mean, milk you can just smell. Milk, just smell it. Smell test works with milk. And crisp, there's no such thing as use by date really on crisp. They lose a little bit of flavour. I think I had a bag of crisp once that was about 2 years out of its sell by date. Not knowing. It was one of them where we had notes in the house and I was looking for a snack, and it was one of them, like, I reached down the back of the where the crisp are, and I was like, what's this? Oh, yeah, go on, I'll have that. Didn't look at the use by date on it or the best before. Opened it, sat in the living room eating it. And then after it, I was like, bit of a funny taste, that. Or it was just a bit bland. Bit vanilla, like not like vanilla, just a bit, it didn't really taste right. And then I looked at the back, and I think it was like 2021. Something like that, October 2021, and it was mid-2023. So yeah, I've done that before. It's not going to kill you having a bag of crisps. 2 days, 2 weeks, whatever it is. FM No Casuals, is Osula Newcastle United? He is, yeah. William Osula's at Newcastle. He scored the other day against Ukraine under-21s. He got the winner. Blue V Demon, good to see you. Hello, mate. Long time no see. Haven't gotten on much since the Premier League ended. No worries, mate. Good to see you either way. Really good to have you back on. Ben, crisp go stale. They'll lose their crunch. Thing of pure sadness. I know, but I'm not bothered. I don't really crunch crisps. I know this sounds a bit... I like... No, I'm not even going to say the word, but I don't crunch crisp. I savour the flavour. 3-star Reds. Forest beat Liverpool at Anfield before Christmas. Get R9 live on air. Do you reckon he'd come on? Phone him. I'll get onto his agent. Ronnie, Premier League dad, how's it going? We need you for the live. We're doing Oxford against Havant and Waterlooville in the cup. You can join me. You can be my co-presenter. Chimey, come on, Athletic, for fuck's sake. Mate, it's 2-0. I don't think you're going to get more in this. FM No Casuals, 100% lad. My daughter's the same. Honestly, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. Any tips? I'd love it. Any dads out there who can help me on getting your little girl, or if you've got a little boy, whatever, getting kids to eat more food or different varieties of food, because she is an absolute beige queen. My little girl, an absolute beige queen. If it ain't beige, she ain't eating it. Like chicken nuggets, chips, crisps, cheddars, biscuits, crackers. Like, oh, so hard trying to get them to have anything like fruits, vegetables. I've tried all sorts. Tried to come to the shop with Dad and we can go and pick different stuff. Let's go and pick all the fruits and let's cut them up and see what they're like, see what they smell like. Let's do a taste test. Let's do what? Oh, she's an absolute nightmare. Just like her mum. So yeah, it's hard work. It is hard work. So that's the challenge at the minute. Steve Keen, it's been great talking tonight. I've enjoyed it. Cheers, man. Well, listen, we try and make it different every night. I'll have a chat about whatever, me. Daniel, do you watch YouTube? Of course. Yeah, of course. I watch YouTube every day. I try and learn stuff. I'll try and not copy, but I'll see what other people are doing, other live creators and stuff. See what they're doing. Can I learn from them? Ben, Havant and Waterlooville. I went that game at Anfield. Lucas scored. He did, yeah. We went 2 goals down we went 1 down in that one. I'm sure we went behind twice. I'm sure it was 2-1. Did it finish 5-2, that? Connor. Oh, Connor, you've had an absolute shocker there, Chief. FM No Casuals, used by data for snowflakes. Emiliano, can you make a video about your Bundesliga predictions? Yeah, let's do it. I'll to be honest, the plan is to do more videos over the next few weeks. 100%. Steve Keane, what do you think to Joey Barton? Numpty. Yeah, not my flavour. But then again, a lot of people you look at the people who've actually... I don't know Joey Barton. I don't know him. None of us really know him. But you can be guided a little bit by people who have spent time with him. And a lot of the people who spent time with him all say a similar thing, don't they? So, yeah, maybe they're all wrong. Maybe he's a misunderstood creature. I don't know. But he's I don't know. I've not got a lot to say about Joey Barton. Brado Golf, what's your favourite Scottish football team? Well, do you know what? I'll say this. I didn't really have a favourite Scottish football team. I used to like Celtic and I used to like Rangers because when I went up there, I did a tour of all the Scottish grounds. And a long story, I've told it on the channel before, but I liked my experience with Rangers. However, one of our most watched streams on this channel was Ross County against Livingston. And I enjoyed that game. So I think I'm getting a bit of a soft spot for Livingston. I'm something of a Livingston fan now. Steve, I think you'd be good at a podcast. There's quite a few people who I know, like you've said, we should do a podcast. Yeah, maybe we could do a podcast. It'd have to be... I can ramble, though. I can talk a glass eye to sleep at the best of times, so... I don't know. Oh, they're in! Chimey, they're in! It's 2-1! It's 2-1! Hey, get in there! Chimey, I told you they'd score. It's my mate, Julian Alvarez. Get in! PSG 2, Atletico Madrid 1. It's a great finish. Lovely goal. And Chimey, I bet you're excited about that one now. Oh! Daniel, are you watching Liga Segunda playoff final? When is it? That's the question. Because I think we're booked up. When is the Liga Segunda playoff final? Eight. No, we can't. It was... Oh, the second leg. Mirandes against Oviedo. When is the second one? No, we're watching Inter Milan against Urawa Reds. That's what's booked in for that one. I could be tempted though. I could change that one out. I guess I'll put it up to you guys. If you think we should watch Real Oviedo against Mirandes, I'm happy to have that one. Oh, Czech Republic 2, Germany 4. That's a blow. That is a real blow because I've got that one to finish under 7 goals. That's going to be a foul. So that one's going to get chalked off. This goal's going to get chalked off now. It's going to be a foul. Yeah, it's a definite foul. 100% a foul. That's going to get ruled out. Sorry, Chimey. We got all excited for nothing, mate. I'm sorry. Look. Is he going to do it? Is he going to speak to the crowd? Does he have to speak to the crowd in this? Oh, I think he is. Yeah. After a video review, we have decided it is no goal. Yeah, foul. There you go. PSG 2, Atletico Madrid 0. It's been ruled out. Daniel, what streamers do you watch? What streamers do I watch? To be honest, I tend to watch quite a lot of every club. So, like, I quite like the guys at Toffee TV, Ped and Baz. I think they're quite cool. I quite like... do you know what I don't watch? I don't watch any Liverpool fan channels. They all annoy me. Everyone. And it's nothing against them. Anfield Agenda, Redmen TV... all, I'm sure, do absolutely sterling work. Don't subscribe to him. I don't subscribe to him and I don't watch him. It's not... Again, some people love him. No problem with him. I've seen some stuff that they do that's wonderful. But it's just not my cup of tea. I don't like the way that they approach it. Either of them. So yeah, I don't really watch Anfield Agenda or Redmen TV or any other Liverpool fan channels. I do watch quite a lot of United ones though, like Stretford Paddock. I'll watch a bit of Stretford Paddock. I'll watch a bit of United Stand. I'll watch a bit of is it Forever United or United Forever? I watch a bit of that. Justin Talks Villa. Watch a bit of that. AFTV, obviously, occasionally. I think is it Amin? Amin. I'm in Talks Football, the guy who supports Chelsea. I've watched a little bit of him from time to time. He's done some half decent stuff that I've watched from a Chelsea perspective. Yellow card here for Marquinhos. We are Tottenham as well. We are Tottenham TV. Some of them I'll do. I don't mind their stuff. There's a Wolves fan channel as well. There's a very good Wolves fan channel. I feel really awful I can't remember it, but there's some really good Wolves fan channels as well. And the Palace fan, HTFC. HLTCO, the Crystal Palace fan on, you might see him quite frequently on X. He has a podcast. I really like him. He does some good stuff as well. I like a lot of what he does. I don't even mind Rory, Chelsea Rory. I don't even mind him from time to time. He's all right. Ben, the 6-3 game at Anfield I went was us getting knocked out the FA Cup by Arsenal on my 7th birthday. I think it was Julio Baptista got a hat-trick that night. It certainly was. I remember that game vividly. It's going to be another yellow card here. There's yellow cards galore in this game. I tell you what, this referee is very card happy. More yellow cards. More cards than Clinton's, this ref. More cards than Clinton's. RMR, Ethan, I remember when I was a kid I used to only eat plain food. My dad used to make me smoothies and that's how I got into eating fruit. 3-star Reds, I am mad on woodwork projects, power tool reviews or any other small DIY projects. And for all, YouTube is the way to go. Yeah, my father-in-law absolutely loves that sort of stuff. He's built loads of stuff from scratch at home. See, I'm not that guy. I can barely put a shelf up, apparently. This is according to the missus. It's all an absolute lie, of course. I'm an absolute lumberjack. But, her dad loves building stuff from scratch, and he watches a lot of that stuff. Ben, you'd need a partner in crime for the podcast. Look no further, son. Noted, Ben. Noted. Ben says, do the Oviedo game. Happy to have a look at the Oviedo game. Yeah. Daniel, the Club World Cup is a friendly tournament. Just look at the players' reactions to goal scorers. I'll tell you what. Do you know what? I mean, I'll say this. This channel, Gareth 1978, what's the game like? It has been quite good. I'll say the second half has been quite feisty. It's 2-0 to PSG. Second half, it feels like there's yellow cards every 5 seconds. Reynildo has just been booked for Atleti. On the La Liga, Segunda Liga playoff final second leg between Mirandes and Oviedo. I'll say this. We have really done well on this channel on games that nobody else really seems to cover. Because we're such a small channel and we've only been going for 6 months. We tend to do the best on games with little coverage. So, obviously, because this is being shown for free, everyone's watching the game. So right now, viewing figures for this channel, for this game, pretty poor. However, our second most watched stream is Romania under-19s against Montenegro under-19s. Go figure. You can't explain it, honestly. And this is why it's exciting for me, because I'll come on to live sometimes and I'll be like, I don't know what's going to happen. I could come on and it could be... like the Champions League final was dead. The Champions League final, the biggest game of the calendar, was dead. There was nobody really on. The Europa League final, Man United against Spurs. If I hadn't have been bantering United fans and winding United fans up for weeks saying that they were going to lose, we probably wouldn't have had as many on that one, to be honest. That was a decent game, but it was relatively low numbers for the final. But our most watched streams are ones where there's not many other people covering it. Like, it's quite common, actually, for me to look on YouTube and I'll do a game and it'll be like, we're one of the only people on YouTube showing it, or one of the only people doing a watch along on it. So, and that's not why I do it, by the way. I mean, it's not why I choose the games. As I say, I want to watch the Club World Cup. If I didn't have this channel, I would probably be watching this game anyway. But at the same time, I ain't got a job. This is my job, so I do have to kind of focus a little bit on growing the channel and trying to choose games that'll get good viewing figures. And maybe Mirandes and Oviedo will be. Maybe it's worth an experiment. If you guys think so, I am happy to have that go. Maybe we try that out. Maybe we don't do Inter Milan against Urawa Red Diamonds. Maybe, okay, fine. I will bow to pressure. I will bow to, and it's not overwhelming pressure, admittedly. There's only a few of you said it, but I'll do it. We'll change the Inter Milan versus Urawa Red Diamonds game to Mirandes against Oviedo. Daniel, happy 6-month anniversary. How will you celebrate? I won't be shaving my hair, if that's what you're alluding to, Daniel. I won't be getting the old R9 haircut just yet. Kieran, what do you think of Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, former Rangers boss, becoming a part of our backroom staff? It's great, Edward. Yeah, I like that. It's a good appointment. Very good appointment. 1 second. Gareth, what's the game like? Get Soccer Aid on, more entertaining. I'm not getting to... Listen, you couldn't pay me to watch Soccer Aid. I wouldn't watch Soccer Aid. It's not my thing. Ben, when is the game, mate? It is... I've just had it on 1 second. It is on the 21st. 6 days, 8 p.m. on the 21st. So it's going to be an 8 p.m. game. La Liga 2, playoff final. Second leg. Yeah. The first leg was today at 6 p.m. FM No Casuals, time of day could have a part to play, mate. Yeah, I mean, that is true. That is true. And, like, we've done games where it's, like, 2, 3 p.m. in the afternoon. But you can't, honestly, you can't guess. It's so cool. Because we've done, like, the Icelandic League and the Danish Cup final. The Danish Cup final, and they were impromptu as well. It was just like, oh, should we do it? It's coming on. Should we jump on and watch it? And we've done it, and it's been massive. It's been huge. Great numbers. Loads of people on. And loads of new subscribers off the back of it and everything. It's brilliant. And then something like this. And honestly, I don't know how many people we've got on YouTube, but I would guess not that many. Oh, it's picked up a little bit. It has picked up a little bit on YouTube. It's not massive, but it's more than it was about 10, 15 minutes ago. But I agree, yeah. Time of day probably does have a part to play. Oh, here we go. They're doing a Mexican wave. Can you say that anymore? Utter woke nonsense. But yeah, a Mexican wave going around the old Rose Bowl in California there. Hey, and they're doing it well. Hey, Mexican wave. Right, there's another water break here. Three-star Reds, Botafogo game is one I'll be watching in the early hours of the morning. See, I'm gonna stay away from Botafogo. At that game, I mean, not Botafogo in general, just the early hours of the morning. It's a non-starter for me for multiple reasons. Mainly the fact that I've got a little girl in the house, so I can't. You know, I'm fairly noisy watching these games anyway, so I can't be shouting at daft o'clock in the morning and waking her up. It's more than my marriage is worth. Ben, forgot all about Soccer Aid, just Googled it. It's 4-4 and Tevez has scored all 4 for them. Obscurity sells. That's true, yeah. No, it is true. But I guess we'll see. I'm happy to do something a little bit different because I'm sure all eyes are on the Club World Cup, aren't they? So maybe that will explain, because we're still so new, all the bigger channels are going to be picking up the traffic for these. So it's unlikely we're going to do well watching these Club World Cup games. So we'll try something a bit different. For those that have stuck around on YouTube and TikTok, thank you very much. If you could give us a follow, if you could even go to YouTube, search Premier League Dad, give us a like and a subscribe, that makes a massive difference, of course. Thank you very much. Adam, can you grab the cam? No, I can't, mate. Atletico Madrid have got the ball here, unlucky. They're pushing forward, trying to get an equaliser. Daniel, having watched under-21s international football, do you think it will be a team that will surprise casual fans? Under-21s, I think there is, yeah. I think the Danish under-21s that we saw the other day, I think there's some players in there that you look at and think, yeah, they could do well in other countries, in other teams, and maybe get a bigger opportunity, a bigger platform. Conrad Harder is the one that really stood out to me. Roger Fernandes, he plays for Braga in Portuguese League, sorry. He was incredible. Absolutely incredible. 3-star Reds. Some rare gems could be found during this tournament at decent transfer fees. Yeah, that's the thing. I actually think this is more for maybe saying to these players, look, if you're looking for a transfer, get out there and put on a show, go and put a good performance in, because they'll be scouts at this tournament. Ben, sure there's some under 18 Lithuanian 3rd Division games tomorrow if you can be asked. See, I'll do obscurity. I'm not sure about that obscure. We've done the Icelandic League, and the quality of that was really poor. That was really, really poor. It was bad. That was a bad game. Yeah, very, very disappointed in that one. Oh, it's going to be another foul and maybe a yellow card again here. Vitinha. Surprised the referee hasn't carded him for that, to be honest. Remember, obscurity sells. Yeah. But yeah, coming back to your comment earlier, Ben, I do think Branthwaite would be... I don't think he would be a downgrade. Let's say he would be a downgrade on Canate, but he's still a young defender. I think he could be form part of a cohesive Liverpool back line, because we've got to look to a future without Virgil van Dijk. And the reality is that we're gonna get a goalkeeper, a goalkeeper and a centre back that aren't as good as Alisson and Van Dijk. That's bound to happen. So we have to try and find a collective that is greater than the sum of its parts, if you know what I mean. Daniel, who do you think or want to win the Club World Cup? I want that team that sounds like a cocktail to win. Mamelodi Sundowns. You know about Mamelodi Sundowns? Or Ulsan Hyundai? Or Esperance Tunis? That could be a cocktail, couldn't it? Esperance Tunis. To be honest, even Al Ahly. Al-Akhli sounds like a cocktail. Depends on what part of the world you're in a cocktail bar, I guess. But you could certainly get a cocktail called Al-Akhli. Or Al-Hilal. Or Al-Ain. That's another one. Al-Ain. They're playing Juventus in a few days. But yeah, who do I want to win? I'll be honest, mate. I'll level with you. I don't care. I don't really want Madrid to win it just because I want Trent to fail at life. I hate him. So I don't want Trent to win. I think City will win. I think that City will win. I wouldn't want Trent and I wouldn't really want Chelsea. Beyond that, I don't really mind. City win. Wouldn't cause me any issues. Chimey, it's not worse than Panama. Daniel, thoughts on Gattuso being named as Italy manager? Surprising. Yeah, it's surprising. I would have expected someone else. Maybe someone with a touch more recent high-end experience. Oh, PSG are in here. Oh, what has the keeper done there? Oblak is raging at the referee. That should be a yellow card, ref. Get him booked. That was basically what happened with Loris Karius. He's going to get sent off here. Whoa. He's booked. Lenglet's booked. That should be a red then, isn't it? He should be off. Lenglet's been booked. He's been booked. He has been booked. He has been booked. I am telling you, he's been booked. He was booked in the first half, Lenglet. He was. There you go. He's just been booked again. He's got to go. Has he sent him off? Yeah, someone's told him. Someone's told him that. He was letting him walk away then. To red card, Lenglet. Atletico Madrid down to 10 men. Red card, dissent for Lenglet. He is off. But he wasn't going to send him off. That was very nearly a Graham Paul in the World Cup incident, that. Very, very nearly a World Cup 3 yellow cards job. Do you remember that? Graham Paul, English referee. He needed 3 yellow cards to send a player off in a World Cup game. Lewis, what are you watching? We are watching the Club World Cup. PSG against Atletico Madrid. Cruz Davidson, what's going on? Lenglet has just been sent off for Atletico for dissent. Second bookable offence. He said something to the referee and he's been sent off. Ben, that's because Iceland is about 500 people. I don't disagree with you there. He's a good player, but undoubtedly a downgrade with Ibra. I mean, yeah. Kanate going is going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem. Daniel, referee has twitchy hands. He's been very card happy, this referee, for sure. Very, very card happy. Right, Doué's going off. Nuno Mendes is going off. And in their place comes Mbaye and Hernandez. Daniel dishing out so many cards, he doesn't realise who's got one. This is it. Yeah, just doesn't have a clue what's going on. This is much better from PSG, but I think it is going to end up 2-0. I am absolutely praying now at this point that Germany and the Czech Republic, I don't want to curse it, I don't want to jinx it, but Czech Republic 2, Germany 4 in the under-21s. I have got that to finish on under 7 goals. So if there's any goals in that game, I am gonna absolutely fall to bits. Like I've got them on every single bet, pretty much. Every single hacker I've got Germany or draw under 7 goals in the game. And Germany are winning, that's fine, that's no problem, but I've got under 7 goals and there's 6 right now. So It's 89 minutes on the clock. I'm hoping for very, very few minutes in extra time, and that's it. And hopefully Germany and Czech Republic ride it out, and it stays 4-2. I'll be gutted if it finishes at that. Callum Soccer Aid, what a game. You should be ashamed of yourself, Callum, for watching that. You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, they're not going to get anything forward now. Ooh, another good tackle there. There's no love lost between these two, I'll tell you that much. Oh, how's he missed? Who was that? Was that Soloff? No one tell me he's any good anymore. He's absolute crap, him. He's absolutely shocking. He's dreadful. Alexander Soloff. I've had people telling me he's a good striker, him. He's shite. Absolutely shite he is. Look at the state of that. Even Simeone knows. Callum ashamed. Yeah, for watching that rubbish. That bilge when this is on. Proper football. Sat watching some guy who finished 9th on Bake Off 8 years ago try and take a corner. Instead of watching the European champions. But hey, whatever makes you happy, mate. You do you. Attempts at goal, 12 for PSG, 5 for Atletico. Edward Kieran's Soccer Aid is brilliant. No, it's not, Edward. It's not. I mean this in the most respectful way possible. If you watch Soccer Aid, you're sad. I think it's sad. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I honestly can't. It's absolutely outrageous. But hey, whatever works for you. Different strokes for different folks and all that. Whatever makes you smile. Out for a good cause, mind. But it's not entertaining. It's not entertaining at all. Daniel Soloff has a good minutes to goal ratio, but misses some howlers. Honestly, it's because he gets his stat pads. He gets like 5 goals in one game and then doesn't score for ages, and then he does miss some absolute sitters. Yeah, he misses some absolute howlers, like you say. Into the last 5-10 minutes here, PSG still pushing for a third, to be honest. Atletico have created a couple of chances, given they're down to 10 men. You would have thought that, they maybe just take the medicine, sit back and just accept the defeat, but actually they're still going for it. Still going for it. Last 10 minutes, are we going to get another goal, do we think? I'm just panicking. I'm twitching. I'm keeping an eye out for that Germany game. It's 5 minutes of added on time in that one. We're into the 93rd. 5 minutes of added on time. Please, 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 no score in that one. Please, no goal. Daniel, I'm not watching Soccer Aid this year because young Philly isn't in it. I wish I knew who that was. I don't even know who young Philly is. Young Philly. I can't, like some people I've heard of, but I don't even think I've heard of him. Young Philly. Oh. I've just searched it and immediately a load of news articles have come up. So that's not good. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know who he is or anything about him. But okay, right. I get it. He's yeah. I'll leave that one. I'm not going to comment. Toby Brown was in it. Who's Toby Brown? Toby Brown. Who on earth is Toby Brown? Toby Brown is an English streamer, YouTuber and influencer. He's the co-founder of restaurant chain Sides. And he's a member and co-founder of the British YouTube group Sidemen. Again, news to me. Is Sidemen KSI? Is that Sidemen? I know a little bit about that. But again, other than KSI, I don't know anyone in it. Oh, PSG are in again here. Is it going to be 3? It is 3. It's 3-0. There you go. 3-0. Easy peasy, easy peasy, easy peasy. Daniel, seeing shadows on the pitch is so strange since we don't get sun in this country. Ben, stop putting down charity work, Key. It's really not becoming. I'm not putting down charity work. Like I said, Ben, I'm a total hypocrite. If they said to me in a few years' time, if I get, maybe I do. Maybe I get a bit famous or whatever, and they say, hey, listen, we're desperate. We need someone to come off the bench in the Soccer Aid game. You better believe I'll get my hair done in R9, and I'll be right there for it. No problem. I'd love play at Old Trafford. So yeah, of course, I'm an absolute hypocrite in that sense. But I wouldn't watch it, and I don't watch it. If it makes money for charity, then that's amazing. Anything that raises money for charity is good. Oh, but no, it's so sad. It is sad. I think it's sad anyway. I think it's really sad. 3-star Reds, our previous owner at Forest would have signed nearly half those players in Soccer Aid. Based just off the Soccer Aid performance alone, if nothing else. Alsk 2:30am gang is back. Mate, if you're up at 2:30am, you're a better man than I. Well done, you. Right, we're into the 95th. Come on, blow up, ref. Blow up. I need that game to finish. Czech Republic 2, Germany 4. Desperately need it to finish. Is it finished? Is it finished? Yeah, it's finished. Get in there. Wonderful. Yes. Adumi, thoughts on Carlos? Carlos who? Carlos who? Which Carlos? I don't know who Carlos is. Maureen, wow, PSG are battering Atletico Madrid 3-0. Yeah, and they've had a man sent off as well, Atletico. That's what we're watching right now, Maureen. Maureen, 95th minute, what? I'm watching another game, or I'm keeping an eye out on another game. Czech Republic under-21s against Germany under-21s. It's finished. Czechs 2, Germany 4, and I needed it to finish on less than 6. Or less than 7, sorry. Alsk 3-0 against Madrid is kind of nostalgic. Daniel, young Philly and Chunks with the faces of brand deals for YouTubers. Philly went to Australia months ago but never came back. More alleged victims have come forward this week. Wow. Again, I'll be honest with you, mate. That is the first time I have even heard anything about that. I don't even know who they are. So that shows how clued in I am, how wired I am into that whole thing. The guy, Alvarez, one shot. He no shot on target. Alvarez has had a goal ruled out, though, mate. He had a goal ruled out for a foul earlier in the play. But, yeah, he had a good finish. Very good finish, and it got ruled out. Edward, they've raised 15 million. Feels like there's better ways to raise 15 million, but hey, whatever way works for him, I guess. The guy, no, he is rested. Oh, Alvarez has played, mate. He's on the pitch. I think he's still on the pitch now. He's had a goal ruled out. Daniel, are we following England throughout the tournament? We will follow England throughout the tournament, yes. I'm rethinking my whole strategy now, to be honest, about this whole Club World Cup. Because I was doing every game at the Club World Cup, but now it might actually make more sense to do more of the under-21s, to be honest. Edward, why don't you like it, Key? I'm interested to know. Edward, honestly, don't take it. It is literally just personal taste. I think it's incredibly sad. Some people like some things and others don't like other things. That's my view of it. I think it's sad. Yeah, so again, to each their own. If you like it, different strokes for different folks. I'm sure there's some things I enjoy that you probably think are sad and you wouldn't get any enjoyment out of. It's just one of them things. Again, some people think wrestling is sad. Yeah, Love Island, exactly. Love Island, I think, is sad. Love Island, wrestling, all that. Some people think those things are sad, and you know, to each their own, isn't it? The guy you have, Aka. Yes, I do. Yeah, I have. I've got this. I've got PSG to win. I also had Germany as well to beat the Czechs. Ben, I'd never watch it, but I don't get how it's sad or how there's better ways to raise 15 million. Don't be hard-faced, you silly sausage. No, I'm not saying. I'm saying like that. Surely there's better ways than churning that garbage out every year. But like I said, whatever. If people keep paying to go watch it and it raises money for charity, then that's a good thing, right? It's a good thing. I think I've done my chance of ever potentially earning an invite to it. Imagine years down the line I get an invite and then someone digs up this footage saying he's literally been caning. He's been caning Soccer Aid for years. He hates it. The miserable bastard. Edward, oi, don't diss wrestling. Why not? Mate, some people like stuff and some people don't. Chill out. I don't like wrestling anymore. I used to watch it. I used to love it when I was little. Don't watch it now. Now I think it's sad. Some things I enjoy, you will think are sad. I guarantee it. It's just different strokes for different folks, mate. Everyone loves different stuff. It's what makes the world go round. The guy, Porto double draw and over 2.5. I've got... yeah, it's Palmeiras tonight, isn't it? Palmeiras against Porto. I've got Porto tonight. Ben, figures must be good, otherwise it wouldn't be an annual event. Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. This will resurface in 2031 when you're rich and famous all over the front of Daily Mirror. Premdad Soccer Aid Slam. Oh, here we go. Checking possible penalty for PSG. Koke is not happy. There's a couple of minutes left. It could be a penalty and a possible fourth goal here for PSG. The ref's going to have a listen. He might go over to the old touch line. And I think he might do, you know. I think he's going to. This ref's been atrocious, I've got to say. He has been absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. I think he's going to go and have a look at it, you know. The guy, you think Porto corner 3.5 over. I would say so, yeah. I think they'll get... Yeah, that's a decent bet. I mean, I don't know what odds you've got on that, but it's a decent bet. Right, this is a handball here. It's a handball. Oh, you can't give that. You can't give that. You don't want to give penalties for that. He shoots and he's... Oh, do you know what? That's so sad if he gives a pen for that. He's literally about this far away from shoot when he actually shoots it. Let me see if we can get full hand. There you go. About that far away. He hits it and it smashes against his hand. It's a pen. He's give it. It's going to be 4-0. It's a penalty to PSG here. 3-star Red. See you for the next stream tomorrow. No problem, mate. Lovely to have you again. We've got 2 streams tomorrow, by the way. 2 more streams tomorrow. So we're live at 4 and live at 7. So, yeah. I'll be live at 4 p.m. tomorrow if anyone's coming back for those. But it is going to be a penalty to PSG. It is going to be a pen to PSG coming up. Maureen, what games are you watching tomorrow? We are watching... first up is Denmark under-19s against Montenegro under-19s. That's at 3 p.m. Sorry, not 4. It's at 3 p.m. 4 p.m. kickoff. And then straight after that, we've got Chelsea against Los Angeles FC. So, yeah, we've got Denmark under-19s against Montenegro under-19s in the UEFA under-19s Championship. That's going on right now. Under-19s Championship is in Romania. And Chelsea v Los Angeles. Right, well, it's Lee Kangin steps up. And it's 4. Sends Oblak the wrong way. Lee Kangin with the goal. There you go. Nice and easy. 4-0. We all thought this one would be much closer than the Bayern Munich and Auckland game. But to be honest, they've both been absolute breezes, haven't they? Absolute breezes. Daniel, I don't think the ref has been great. But he's made the game entertaining. Yeah, if nothing else, he's put some questionable decisions out there, hasn't he? Yeah. Maureen, I finish work at 3:10 p.m. Well, if you're around, Maureen, and you fancy grabbing a brew after work and you want to watch a bit of Denmark and a bit of football with us, then it'd be lovely to have you, Maureen. Edward, I'm catching up on Love Island. Rather you than me, mate. Daniel, it's close range, but the shot was on target and the offender's hand was outside of the natural silhouette. Still feels harsh. So there you go, it is full time. Kieran, only 6 goals away, and PSG would have had the same as Bayern. I think it was maybe not as emphatic, but still, given that these are two teams that compete at the very, very highest level of football, 4-0 is a strong, strong scoreline for PSG, and again, shows their determination to remain at the top end of Europeans' footballing table. It was a great game. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I did enjoy that. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone that's been part of the stream. Thank you to Maureen, to Adumi, to Lewis, to FM No Casuals, Gareth, Steve, Emiliano, all of you, Kieran, Edward, Daniel, Ben, the guy, everyone that's been participating in the chat. Callum, of course, as well. Chimey, lots of love. Really appreciate you all being part of the stream. Thanks for liking and subscribing on YouTube. If you haven't, please do so. If you're watching on TikTok and you haven't yet, please get over to YouTube. Search Premier League Dad. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. We're live every single day. Every single day with watch-alongs. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a lovely night.